Hello, it's the Friday Talkie, and I'm out in the middle of nowhere. Just for the hell of it. I hope my car is okay parked down where it's parked. I'm kind of out in the sticks. I'm by a railway line. I didn't know that was there. Look. Can you... you can't see. Oh dear. Yeah, anyway. I'm just doing this because I can. What have I got to talk about? A couple of things. Response to EdT1138's what 3 games dominated your time. Is dominated? I can't remember the title. What title did he use? I don't know. 3 games that absolutely absorbed all of your time. I've kind of answered this one before, but I figure I'll do it again, because why not? And the answer tends to vary, actually, depending on how I remember it, I guess. Some of them you probably know all of them. Sod it, I'm going to tell you anyway. Gran Turismo. I am a big fan of Gran Turismo. I have played it since the very first one on the PS1, and it was such a big leap ahead of other driving games on the PS1 at that time that I loved it. I hear birds in the bushes and a train coming up behind me. This is going to get noisy. Yeah, we have great trains around here. They're like glorified buses on rails. If you've seen that episode of Top Gear where they stick a car on the rails and tow a load of caravans, that's probably more impressive and powerful and faster. But there you go. Anyway, Gran Turismo. Loved it from Gran Turismo 1. The 2 versions that really dominated my time, absorbed all of my time, were 2 and 3. I more or less completed both. I completed 1, but it wasn't such a big game, so that wasn't such a big deal. 2, I had a bit of trouble with some of the rallying stages, so I didn't get 100% of that. 3, I got like 99.9% complete. I could not do the last. It was a time trial, a big weird sort of one-off circuit. I couldn't do that in the time limit. I could never get the last few seconds, something like that. It was a really hard one. I just couldn't do it. 4. I love 4. I mean, graphically it was improved. They were sort of trying to simulate high dynamic range on a system that didn't do high dynamic range. So I always loved that, and the variety of circuits was brilliant. And the number of cars was brilliant. But I met Andrea. And I just found I didn't have the time to spend all day every day playing it. You know, I couldn't dedicate as much time to it as I had the earlier ones. So while it was a better game than 3, I didn't get to give it as much of my time. 5, I love it. I absolutely love it. It's graphically stunning. All of that. It's just not big enough, is it? After 2 and 4, 5 is too small. Here we go, people with dogs. Where the hell? You're going to be looking at me thinking, what the hell is he doing? I don't know where I am. Oh, here's another one. There's a building along here, I don't know what it is. Yeah, 5 is glorious. It's got the absolutely gobsmacking graphics, the brilliant physics. a nice-ish selection of cars, and there's a building here covered in razor wire. I don't think I really want to go there. Don't know. I shall turn around and go another way, past the people with dogs. Warning, laden weight not to exceed 8 tons. I think I'll be alright. Hello. Yeah. So 5, love it, but want more. 6 will do it. 6 will be like, that will do it. Can I get through there? I'm going to go along here a bit. So that's Gran Turismo. Next one, second one was tricky, and I'm going to say Battlefield 3. Currently, it certainly dominates my playing. It's sort of a toss-up actually between Grand Theft Auto 5 and Battlefield 3. 3 I think does it because I've had it longer. And if I'm not going to engross myself in storyline, say I'm not on top form, not in a thinking mood, I just want to twat about, Battlefield 3, totally. It is just an epic twatting about game, and I do. And my teammates, I'm not in any, what do they call them? I'm not in any clans or anything like that. I don't do all that. My teammates, people who find themselves on the same squad as me, because I do join squads, they will hate me because I die a lot, and I don't care because I'm just twatting about. I mean, I don't know what my kill-death ratio would be. Sometimes I can get my kills up to about 10 in a round. Sometimes it's significantly lower. It depends how good the other players are. I can't tell, is that a kid on a motorbike or someone with a chainsaw? Oh well. Tree felling and theft of timber. Please do not cut down our trees. Okay. Because I came here specifically with the intention of cutting down their trees. It's nice up here. Can you see the... Probably not. Whatever. Yeah, I just love to... in the evening, you know, if we've watched some telly, Andrea's then gone, she's on her computer and doing whatever she's doing on her computer, which is often playing Zynga type Facebook games. I will then bung on Battlefield 3, so I'm still down. I played on the PS3 downstairs. And I love it. Just sit there, twat about, get killed a lot, blow shit up. I'm tending to favour the, what's the one, the medic type kit. You know, I have the defibrillator paddles and stuff. I'm probably better at reviving people than I am at shooting people, which is alright. Third, or first, depending which way you want to look at it, Elite. On the Acorn Electron. I mean, I haven't played it in years, but back then I played it for years. It was my go-to game. When my Electron was my main gaming system, it was the best game on the system by a mile. It had the depth, it had the 3D environment where you could go anywhere and do whatever you like. So I did. For me, that was the first epic game worth just playing and playing and playing and playing. So I did. I lost years to that game, but I had nothing better to do at that time. Didn't have much money, so going out and having a social life wasn't much of a factor. I didn't have a lot of... Actually, I probably had more friends then than I've got now. I didn't have a girlfriend for a lot of that time. So, yeah, Elite, years. And I never reached Elite status. I got as far as Dangerous, and it certainly wasn't that I hadn't killed enough people on it. I killed tons, but I never got beyond Dangerous. But it didn't matter. I just loved playing it. So that's my answer to Ed T's Top 3 Tuesday. What 3 games? I can't remember what word he used. We'll say dominated your time, or dominate your time, or something. That. Kind of following on from that, what it got me thinking about, a question of my own to you. Do you have a significant other half? Girlfriend, boyfriend, husband, wife, goat? Or have you had one? I wouldn't want to exclude single people. Okay, I'm excluding single people who've never had a significant other. Sorry about that, but you know. Do you have or have you had a significant other half? And what is their attitude towards your hobby, be it gaming or retro gaming or collecting, whatever? What's their attitude towards it? Do they like it? Do they understand it? Do they appreciate it? Do they join in? Are they supportive? Does it piss them off? Are they completely indifferent? I'll tell you, I mean, I've had a number of girlfriends before I met Andrea, my wife, and they all had fairly different approaches. I wasn't always a collector or retro gamer, but I was always a gamer. So, the very first girlfriend, I use the term girlfriend loosely really, gaming was not a factor. She never came to my house. I wasn't seeing her for very long. So, null and void, doesn't matter. Next one, I would consider my first proper girlfriend. When I met her, we'll call her number 2. We'll just give them numbers, because I just don't want to name them. I don't want them seeing this and them thinking he's talking about me. What a bastard, or whatever. Number 2. When I met her, I had an Acorn Electron, and her attitude was, that's crap, that's boring, why are you doing that? I'm not interested, it's childish, that's a kid's toy. I don't understand why you're wasting your time with it. But then I got a Mega Drive, and she played Sonic the Hedgehog, and she swore like a trooper. Every time those fish jumped up and bit her in the arse, her language was fouler than mine, and mine can be quite foul. What the hell was that? She was the one who we played Street Fighter 2 to decide on who did washing up and stuff. So she sort of got into it a little bit on the 16-bit systems, but then I got engrossed in the Amiga, and she wasn't remotely interested in that. It pissed her off without a doubt, because that took a lot of my attention, and well, I kind of understand why that was not what she wanted my attention to be focused on, but there you go. It's shameful to say I found it more interesting than her. And there's why I hope these exes aren't watching. After her, number 3. Number 3 was into Amigas, which was good. She actually knew a thing or two about them. I started programming Blitz Basic, and there were bits I was sitting and puzzling over, and she knew the answer to. I was like, just musing out loud, I don't get blah blah, and just like, it's this, which impressed me. But she wasn't much of a gamer, but she didn't take a dim view of it or anything like that. You know, she was sort of just, whatever. She'd play a bit of PS1, played cards on the Amiga, so it was kind of slightly better than indifferent. Number 4 was a fucking nightmare. Look at this. We've got quite a view up here. There's a fire over that way. And I can't work out what this is in front of me. Anyway, number 4 was an absolute bloody nightmare. Did not like me. And she didn't really have a problem with me gaming. She didn't like me using my computer. Didn't like me using me internet. I didn't live with her, but I spent a lot of time with her. And any time I spent at home on the internet was bad. And eventually she gave me an ultimatum. It's the internet or me. Yeah. That didn't really work out well. Gaming was less of a factor in that, but it was the Amiga. You know, come between me and my Amiga, and oh, that's not going to go well. So yeah, absolute nightmare. Didn't like it at all. Number 5. Said she liked gaming, but never did. Never gamed. Never at all. You know, wouldn't pick up a joypad. What the hell is this? I don't know what this is. Strange. Yeah, just kind of not anti-gaming, but completely indifferent. Yes. And by then I was collecting as well, and she sort of, again, was absolutely indifferent. Not opposed to it, but like just didn't understand how important it was to me. Didn't care, wasn't interested, didn't want to hear me talk about it. That relationship didn't last long. And then I met Andrea. And it's by no means the reason I married her. But Andrea is incredibly supportive of my hobby. She's not... Gaming for her is like Mario Kart or whatever is on Facebook at the time. And that's about it. But she's very supportive, buys me hardware from time to time. Or like if people are selling bundles for a good price on Hot UK Deal, she'll pick me them up. And she'll listen to me waffle about it at great length. And she might not... She knows to a degree what I'm talking about, because her son, when he was a kid, you know, he had like the Spectrum and the Mega Drive, and they had an Amstrad and that kind of thing. But more than that, she understands that it's important to me. Has allowed me the use of 2 rooms in the house. I mean, it's her house, but I totally took over 2 rooms. I've limited myself to 1 room now, and it's a smaller room, just because the bigger room can be and is now better utilised. But I mean, how supportive and generous and understanding and patient is that? Allow me to take over 2 whole rooms and fill it with old computers and consoles. Yeah, so very, very supportive, and just understands that, though to a lot of people it might be absolute nonsense, to me it's really important. It's a big, big part of my life. Yeah, to me it matters. So that is my topic. What's your story? Other half or other halves, past, present, whatever. How have they been with you, with your hobby? Because it kind of makes a big difference. I mean, I had to, with Andrea, it took a time to find a balance. How much time was okay to spend gaming or retro gaming? Initially, it's safe to say I spent too much time doing it. Half-Life 2, I kind of spent about 2 weeks just playing it every spare minute I had. I'd get home, I was working at that time, and I'd get home from work and I'd play it. Spend a whole weekend playing it, and after a bit she said, okay, we need to talk. And I saw the error of my ways and the need to find a balance, and I mean, in relationships you do. It's good to have someone who is supportive, but by God, you can't take the piss. You've got to take their needs into account. You're with them for a reason, and it's very likely not playing games on your own in a room upstairs while they're downstairs. So yeah, you know. But yeah, it took a little while, and she was able to make me understand, because I am a stubborn, blinkered, narrow-minded, no, but certainly blinkered. I'd get tunnel vision and forget about other things if I'm just totally focused on one thing. And she was able to get through that and point out, hey, come on. Yeah. It's getting bloody cold, so I'm going to go back to my car if I can remember where I parked, because it's that way somewhere. I don't know exactly. I don't know. I've never been here before. Not here. Well, actually, I might have once, but I didn't get here the way I just got here. It's getting dark. It's getting cold. And I can't see where I'm going because there are trees. But it's nice. It's really good light. I've also got to go shopping. Jack Fulton's, there's a good northern franchise. Yeah, cheap frozen food. Gotta go get some cheap frozen food and some milk. Where's my car? I'm going to turn this thing off now. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please consider clicking the thumbs up button. I upload videos daily, so go ahead and hit subscribe if you'd like to see more. To all those who've already subscribed, I'd just like to say a great big thank you.